My name is Kamen Kamenov. My nickname is Cabeçao, which in Portuguese means big heads. Daniel's coach Tiago gave me this nickname.
Upset about it?
No, I think it's decently funny. So I have been training Jiu-Jitsu for 5.5 years now. Initially, I started training in Bulgaria at Twisted Jiu-Jitsu, and after 4 or 5 years of training there, I moved here to the Netherlands and started training at Haven BJJ. So after I tried training at Haven because after I finished high school in Bulgaria, I wanted to move away somewhere to go study. So I wanted to find a place where there's a good university to study, but also a really good jiu-jitsu gym. So I came to visit Rotterdam, I think last March, and I dropped in for a session at Haven. And I really liked the level here and the overall vibe of the gym, so I decided this would be my new place to train. So besides jiu-jitsu, I'm also a student in university. I am doing a bachelor in economics at Erasmus University. One of my toughest matches so far was when I was a blue belt. I was competing in a gi against a purple belt, and that match was pretty tough because my opponent got me in a toe hold and popped my ankle pretty severely, so that made the match really difficult. Yeah, so after the injury, I immediately went to a physiotherapist and focused on rehab initially because I wanted to get back to 100% as soon as possible. And then I was just focusing on training as much as I can without aggravating my injury, whether that was just watching jiu-jitsu or doing some light drills until my ankle healed properly. My biggest highlight from training at Haven is probably submitting Dennis Savage because he talks a lot of smack. So being able to submit him was a really great moment. So on days that I don't feel like training, I remind myself that I don't do jiu-jitsu because it's a job, but I do it because I enjoy it. And when I first started, I was just doing it for fun. So I remind myself of how fun jiu-jitsu is, and that is something that I enjoy doing and it's not forced to me by anyone. So during a tough training session, I just remind myself that it won't last forever. Like maximum training session will be maybe 2 hours, and the end of it will come sooner than you know. So just pushing through a little bit more, and eventually the training session will be over and you'll have time to sleep and relax. So if someone considers starting jiu-jitsu, I would recommend to just give it a try. A lot of people have a fear of starting jiu-jitsu, but I don't think that they should have that fear. It's super easy to just go into any gym, give jiu-jitsu a try, and if it's something that they like, they can continue doing it. If they don't like it, at least they know that they have tried it. So my typical training week, usually I train in the morning at the competition class every day, Monday through Friday. And then in the afternoon, I either go to jiu-jitsu again or I lift weights depending on the day. So in terms of strength and conditioning, I like to do 2 to 3 strength and conditioning sessions a week depending on how intense my jiu-jitsu training is. And I try to do exercises that will just help strengthen my body overall, like big compound lifts, and that will help me prevent injuries. I think common misconceptions people have is that jiu-jitsu won't be effective on the street or things like that. They give examples like what if the other person has a knife or what if there's multiple attackers. But the thing is, no martial art will be effective in that situation. But I think that in a basic 1-versus-1 situation, jiu-jitsu can be very effective, even in a street scenario. Advice that will give my wild belt self is just to focus a little bit more on fundamental movements and getting a good base in jiu-jitsu, because at wild belt I think I was watching too many videos of all of these flashy techniques, and that was slowing my growth without me actually realizing it. Yes, I kick Savage's ass every day if someone asks. Just so you know, I submit him like 10 times per round.